What's up, everyone? Hey guys. Alright, so I'm doing another video. This one's going to be pretty quick. I'm just kind of showing you some of the updates. Been working on the house, and I have some more kind of basic necessities covered now. And there's actually like more space here than I know what to do with. We pretty much only use the 2 bedrooms and the kitchen, right? So there's a garage, and one of our friends is renting the garage for like 20 bucks a month to park his car at. He lives like right over there in that house. Sorry, I know the lighting kind of sucks here. So we're just gonna go and I'm gonna show you. It is Black Friday weekend, which is actually a thing here as well. So I got a TV and some other things. So, you know, the house is coming together more now. I got a Chromecast, so any YouTube video I can just pop on the TV. I haven't used cable even when I was living in the States. I haven't used cable for like 4 or 5 years. I just don't really care about it. But I love having like a Wi-Fi connection and Chromecast, because then anything on your phone, any video, you can just put on the TV. Or any web page, you can just put on the TV. It is awesome. It's such an efficient way to kind of... One thing I don't really like about television is that other people choose what is on the television, right? But when you have a Chromecast, you get to pick. And the only things on the TV are things that you choose to watch. And like, I watch a lot of cooking videos or tutorials on YouTube. I use YouTube all the time with the television. So I really like that. But also, my cat decided to actually be here today. So I'll show you guys my cat. Right now, see, there's TV, and I'm building a unit. I spent like $300 on a 32-inch TV and a bunch of other stuff. I got like some stuff to make coffee and some biscuits and that kind of thing. As you can see, I've made some progress on painting. It's still not done by any means. Hola, Camila! Oh, you don't want to come in? Un momento. 1 second, Camila wants to come in. Mary, do you have keys? Llaves?
Yes,
Hola! Maybe they're shy. I just gotta let someone in. Hola!
Hola, Jack.
Say hello.
Hello.
Recording a video.
Hi. Can I work here?
Yeah, of course.
Just a few hours.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You're
Sorry.
fine. I like it when people are here. It's better that way. Ah, there's Wika. Alright, here is Wika, the famous cat. Aww. Say hello, Wika. He's a really cool cat. He's always, in fact, I'm gonna, 1 second. 1 second, I know it's dark, I apologize, guys, I apologize. I'm gonna bring Wika with me. Hey, stop it. Come on, buddy. He's always trying to do stuff, like while I'm working. He's always screwing with my stuff. Like earlier, look, I'm trying to like turn the pages and stuff, and he's always like, oh, I'm gonna help you. See, look at that. Isn't he adorable? But he kind of has his own schedule, to be honest, because as you can see over there, there's like trees, right? So he just climbs up and leaves whenever he wants. It's kind of inconvenient, but okay, yeah, so I'm building some stuff here, and I haven't finished painting yet. You can see the paint job on that wall is, I just did like 1 or 2 coats, and the paint is really cheap, so I got to do a bunch of coats. Sorry about all the screen jittering. And honestly, I haven't really focused on this room because I don't really spend much time in here. You can see like that part is the color that it looks when it's like actually finished painting, so that's really cool. Feel free to move anything, Camila. You have when you move anything, do feel at home.
Thank you.
So let's see, I should show you guys here now. Oops, wrong one. Bum bum, okay. So I've been painting in here. This is the area I've been more focused on, just because we spend most of the time like in the rooms and using the kitchen. So it's kind of messy right now. But I do actually have a stove now, see? So what we did is there was a guy like 2 houses that way, and so I paid him like 20 bucks and he just built like a basic table. It's really cheap. It took him like a day. It was really quick. See? Oh, bueno. I was confused. No worries. So let's see, what else is new? Okay, so we have the stove. And that's the gas tank's right there, and then there's a little flip on that, and then this is actually a self-lighting stove. So I replaced the old one I had, right? So we can like, woo! It looks like a tornado. It's kind of crazy. Like, anyway, what else? So I got some paint. So the next kind of thing to do is that whole area over there where the garden and the plants are. It's got this like just concrete cement wall, and I want to paint it with like a good quality waterproof paint, so that'll really brighten the place up and bring out like the kind of the beauty of the plants and that kind of thing. So yeah, I still need to paint this wall, but I'm almost done with the painting in the other room. And like I said, I'm trying to focus on that room or that area, because we don't really, like, there's all this space, but we don't really use it yet. At some point I'm gonna get like a couch and that kind of thing, and then we'll use it more. But at the moment, this room is also the hottest room. As you see how it's just the sheet, sorry, I know the lights are really glaring, but it's just kind of the sheet metal roof. That means that it gets pretty hot in here, whereas normally what you do for the rooms that have that you spend more time in, you have this kind of like drop ceiling, right? Because it adds some insulation so that the hot air stays on top of the drop ceiling, and then it's easier to keep below the drop ceiling cool. So just with like a fan like this, sorry, I've had a lot of caffeine, so my hand's really shaking. That's enough for me to be comfortable when I'm working most of the time. So the next thing to work on, I got the paint for that wall, so I'm going to do that, and I'll show you guys some videos about that. But the next thing is to replace these, the panels in the drop ceilings. I don't know if you can really tell, but they're really nasty and they're warped, and sometimes there have been leaks in the roof and they've like messed the panels up. The panels are just like completely missing over there. See, there's actually a hole in the roof up here. I don't know if you can see it. You can see through the, yeah, just barely. You can't see it right now because there's actually all the neighborhood cats. There's a pile of leaves up there, and so the cats like to poo in the pile of leaves. And so once I was working, and then I heard all this scratching, and then suddenly like earth starts falling from the ceiling, and I look up and there's a freaking cat looking at me from the ceiling, and I was just like, what the hell? So I gotta fix that, but that'll be really easy to do. I just gotta go onto the roof and then patch it up, so that's not gonna be a problem. So I've upgraded the bed a little bit. I bought like a bunch of pillows, and honestly I found that makes a huge difference, because when you don't have as many pillows, it's just kind of stuck as being a bed. But if I ever get tired of working on my desk or that kind of thing, then it's really easy for me to just like lay down and like sit, like use it like a recliner or a couch, because there's tons of pillows, and the pillows are cheap. I spent like $10 or $11 on like 5 pillows, something like that. So the next thing is to raise it off the ground, because right now it's on the ground, and I just need to get like a platform or something. And then I'm gonna get a guest bed so I can have guests and they don't have to, you know, sleep in the conditions that I'm used to. Another thing to do is to replace all of the grout. And sorry, I know that the glare is really bad. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of working with everything that I can at the moment. But see, like the grout is like really old and dark and messed up, and it would really look actually pretty good if I can just replace it. Because I tried cleaning it, but honestly it would just be easier to scrape it all up and then just redo it, and then redo it with kind of a dark grout, so that when it gets dirty it doesn't look that different. Because this at one point was a white grout, and that point was probably like 25 years ago. So it's had a lot of time to kind of gather nastiness. But yeah, so we have the stove, we got television now. Oh, internet! Okay, so I'll show you here. It's actually not working right now, so I'm using the old kind of the Claro modem, because I still have that, which is good as like backup, right? But now we have actual like wired internet, which is, when it is working, is much more reliable. Like with the Claro modem, it costs, how much was it costing? It was costing like $30 a month for like 2 megabits, but in reality it's usually a 500 kilobit connection, And the thing is that like, one person can watch video, but the second that one person's watching video and someone else is like listening to music, then it just doesn't work. And like if I'm uploading YouTube videos, then nobody else can do anything. But now that I have a wired connection, and it's not that much faster technically, like I'm paying like 40 bucks a month for 4 megabit internet. And I could pay like 60 for 6 megabit, but I decided not to. And the bandwidth on the wired connection is much, much better. So like I can upload a YouTube video while people are watching things and while people are listening to music, and it doesn't stop what they're doing. So now it works much, much, much better. And it's with a company called IBW. It was super, super, super easy to set up. We just called them, and then they came by and signed a little piece of paper. And what's interesting here is that you don't actually pay for the internet until you've used it for 30 days. Whereas in the States, you pay for the upcoming 30 days. Here, or at least with IBW, with the company I have the internet with, you just like, they come over, you sign a contract for like 6 months or whatever, and then they come in like a day or two later and they install it, and then you use it for 30 days, and then you make your first payment, which I think is pretty awesome because that's, you know, nice, I guess. So, alright, we've talked about the new internet, I got the stove thing, and at this point, all of the major expenses are taken care of in this house, except like a washing machine and obviously a nicer bed. And probably what I'm going to do is just take the existing cushion and then get some kind of platform so I can take it off of the ground and raise it to like here. But that's going to probably cost me like 60 to 100 bucks. So in my head I think about like how I can, or what the priority is for everything, and like why spend 60 bucks on that when I could spend 60 bucks on something that's actually going to increase my quality of life and I'm going to enjoy. So yeah, I'm excited. Alright guys, I'll see you next time, and I will update you once I've painted that area white, because it's going to look way better, and I'm really trying to make that kind of the heart of the house. We're going to probably get some hammocks and that kind of thing, and it's going to be really cool. Alright guys, catch you later. Ciao.